choose to love with freedom to fly from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love.
Hi. I'm just playing with you.
I know.
Welcome. I'm Larry from Grace
I'm
Healing.
I'm Ina. We welcome you here today once again.
And
And
then-
I guess we have a question. You go ahead and
Well, we were
and
just
you-
doing it, laughing and being together,
Yeah, that's
and then giving
basically
each other's
it.
name. What about the human connection? You know, I mean, here we are. We talk about all these spiritual things and all these wonderful things that we could become more like God's attribute. Well, what is God? Oneness, totality of completion, being together as one. Yet as humans, we've become so wrapped in our phone, or so wrapped in this app, or wrapped in how we're seen by others, or wrapped in how we're seen in Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it happens to be, that we've totally separated and isolated ourselves from people.
Yeah.
So we're not being godlike, because we are not one with the person we meet on the street. We're not at one with the person in need. We're not at one in the person in blessing, because we might be envious over the fact that, wow, they got a whole lot more likes than I am. Fantastic. Instead of, geez, why didn't I get more?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to admit we're in a generation of technology. With the social media, is what we're doing is to reaching those ones that like to reach out in the social media
Yes.
realm. And a lot of you are the younger, and there's the older, and
Yeah.
in that. But there is that lack of communication. There's where there is a barrier, and I think if you were to ask, at least in my children age, young adults, if you were to ask them to explain how to operate something like doing technology, they know it,
Yeah.
but they can't explain it,
They just do it.
right, guys? I mean, you know it, but for some reason you can't show mom.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because there is just that. It's not that they're doing something wrong, it's just that they have grown up with that. You know, some have started like my daughter.
Right, but what they're missing
Is
is the
that
interaction.
Right,
To actually
yeah.
explain it to mom or help dad understand, because, oh, geez, don't you just get it?
and don't
they
have the
get it.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's everything's
And there they miss the gift, because for them to spend the time with you, hey
That's-
mom, this is really cool, and they start showing mom, there's the connection.
yeah.
There's the connecting point. Not the fact that the technology is what you're discussing, but the importance of becoming blessed in discovery of God within your union, not the dopamine you get, that pulse when your Instagram starts to hit and people are starting to like something because they get hooked on that.
Exactly.
How beautiful would it be if they would get hooked on finding God in each other? Like you, actually finding God within a friend of yours, not sitting there beside them while they're on a phone and you're on a phone and you're just not even connecting. You don't even know who each other is anymore because you've been doing this for 9 months now and you have no idea what their favorites are. You don't have any idea what they're sharing, except you see occasionally their comment that you don't quite agree with anymore. You don't even agree with the comments that they're making online anymore.
Yeah.
But you're still sitting beside them and you're not even talking.
Exactly.
I was at a friend's house one day and I realized, wait a minute, they're texting each other in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, it's amazing. Or
I'm
go
like-
to a restaurant and you see
Yeah,
them
it's,
texting.
oh my God. And they're texting back and forth and they've lost the interconnectivity of God presence. So as we
Yes.
look to the attributes of God, can we honestly measure the nature of our actions to see, are we being godlike or are we being governed by the winds of the earth?
Yeah.
And the winds of the earth would be succumbing or submitting ourselves completely before the technology, before the person. And again, seek God first.
Yes.
Am I seeking God in the nature and how I'm moving? Most cases we're glossed over. No. Out of it. We don't have a clue that we're missing the mark. That we're missing the fact that, oh, when mom asked that question, I could have spent 15 minutes of quality time with mom, having fun teaching her, and yes, laughing about how she didn't understand me.
Exactly.
And her laughing about how she's going to get it one of these days. But if we're constantly going to be lost in that disconnect, then we're never going to find the presence of God within our contact.
So we're not here in judgment and to talk about anything in the negative, other than to bring an awareness that we here at Grace Healing want you to know that we will meet you where you are, just like God. And it's also to bring you in remembrance, even though maybe you never even had anything to do with God, but He knows. And before you were brought upon this earth, you knew your journey.
Exactly.
So right now, we just lift you up before God, and that breath that you breathe, that you are aware of how much God loves you. Even in all that you're doing, that you can surrender all of that and come into a peace, serenity, and the love of God that is within you.
Yes.
And that's what we want to do, is just to connect with you because of who God is for you and what we represent here at Grace Healing.
Exactly. We love you dearly. We offer thanksgiving to know that God will continue to strengthen you. Please seek within to find God's presence, and you will find yourself deeper connected to those around you.
Yes. We
Have
love
a great
you.
day.
Bye-bye.
I choose to